What's up, you guys? Darty here. Thank you for checking out this channel, and thank you for checking out this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my Shaddoll Invoked deck. Shaddoll is one of my favorite decks of all time, so when Shaddoll got support in Battles of Legend a couple weeks ago, I was very excited. I tried filming a couple deck profiles and testing the deck, but there's a lot of different ways you can play the deck, and I really didn't find the way I wanted to play it. And then I realized Chaos Origins was right around the corner, and with sneak peek, I got everything I needed. So now I'm going to be doing a Shaddoll Invoked deck profile. The deck is really fun to play. The only really thing I have to say is it is Shaddoll. It is a little bit slower in this current format. I would take it to locals and stuff. I'm not sure I would take it to regionals, but without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. Two Shaddoll Yugioh. I'm just going to call him Yugioh. Easily my favorite card in the deck. So all the Shaddoll cards, if you didn't know, have two effects. They have a flip effect and an effect when they're sent to graveyard by card effect. You only can use one of the effects once per turn, so it's a hard once per turn. So if I use the flip effect of this, I cannot use the sent to graveyard by card effect. The flip effect for him is he targets a non-rock Shaddoll in your graveyard, and he applies that flip effect. That really doesn't come up because his main effect you're going to be using, and we send to the graveyard by card effect, he fusion summons a Shaddoll monster by banishing materials from your hand, field, and grave. Often you'll just be banishing stuff in grave because he's one of the last cards you sent. The card is so ridiculous, I love it. And then the rest of our Shaddoll package, really nothing I need to explain. 2 Hedgehog, 2 Squamata, Beast, Wendy, and Dragon. I was playing Ariel at first, but I didn't like how Ariel was doing. And especially since we don't need a really big Shaddoll lineup, we're only playing 9 Shaddolls. I had 3 Squamata, and I was playing 2 Wendy, but I kept opening Shaddoll monsters. I needed to open like more of the Spell and Traps because the Spell and Traps are the big support in this deck. So I feel like this ratio for all the Shaddoll monsters works perfectly for me. And then the new spells, we'll start with 3. Void Unleashing. You reveal a Shaddoll card. You add 2 cards that are not that type. So for instance, you reveal a monster. You add a Shaddoll spell and a Shaddoll trap. Or if you reveal a spell, you add a trap and a monster. Or if you reveal a trap, you reveal a spell and a monster. But then after you discard, or after you add the card, you discard it, which is really good for triggering all your Shaddoll cards. This card is a great starter, and I love using it to bait out Ash. Then the new Shaddoll Fusion, which this card is actually really amazing. I didn't realize how great this card was. 3 Lev Shaddoll Fusion. On activation, it sends a fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. And then its additional effect is you contribute a fusion monster, not just a Shaddoll monster, any fusion monster. Special summon a Shaddoll fusion monster with a different attribute from your deck, but its attack is 0. And then you're locked into Shaddoll monsters from the extra deck. So often when we're doing plays in the deck, I will end on a Shekanaga, just because Shekanaga has 3000 defense. And then more Shaddolls. These are the one of the Spell and Traps. I don't feel like we need to play anything more. I side the other 2 Shaddoll Fusions. I was playing 2 in the main, but I felt like it was just better for my playstyle playing them in the side. We got the Honorary Shaddoll cards. The Cartesia setup is pretty good. The only thing I don't like about this is if they imperm this, you really can't fuse into anything because this happened at locals. They imperm this where I couldn't fuse it from using the field because I tried using the field effect. And then the only level 8s we play are Construct, and we play this thing. I don't even know its name. So I think, if I went correctly, if they imperm this, I cannot make a Construct or that because its effect was negated. And I didn't even have another light Shaddoll in hand, so that was very unfortunate. Or a light card or a Shaddoll, my apologies. They invoke stuff. We're still staying basic to the old-fashioned invoke stuff. The reason why we're not playing the new invoke cards, I feel the new invoke cards are a lot of combo-esque style, and with this, we're still sitting on Winda control amongst using other cards, but because we're heavily relying on Winda, I don't really want to emphasize on playing all the new cards. The new one who fetches out the spells is really good, but for this style, how I'm trying to play a control style, I don't like the new Shaddoll cards. And then the hand traps. We play 41 cards. I could not decide on the last 3 hand traps, but 3/5 men. 3/5 men have been amazing because you can also banish them off for invocation. The extra deck, we have, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, so I'm going to say 2, the big lady. She requires a Shaddoll, a dark monster, and an earth monster, which sounds like it would take a lot to summon, but you would be surprised how often you would go send Squamata to the graveyard, activate Squamata effect to send Hedgehog to the graveyard, activate Hedgehog to add this. And then if you fusion summon, because we fusion summon a lot, you use this in another card. And then you can make the Winda, because we play the Alistair. So you have your Shaddoll monster, your Dark monster, and your Earth monster to make it. This card is easily one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's unaffected by activated spell or traps, and it's unaffected by monsters effects whose levels and ranks are lower than this card, so a level 10 or rank 10. And then you pay 800 to add a Shaddoll or Void spell or trap from deck to hand. And it's been very good. I really, really like this card. Oh yeah, then when sent to the graveyard, you target a Shaddoll in your graveyard, except this and special summon it. That is an effect I completely forgot to use with keep recycling stuff when I was playing with it. 2 Shaddoll Acapulone. I was only playing 1, but I feel like 2 is needed. Sometimes we'll need a second one if we want to negate stuff going second, but mainly we're going to be using the Lev Shaddoll fusion. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, the Lev Shaddoll fusion to send this to the graveyard to add any Shaddoll card, which adds a lot of combo pieces. And then 2 Construct, 2 Winda. I feel like this is pretty obvious. And then 1 Shekanaga. Shekanaga is amazing to bring off of Lev Shaddoll fusion, because there's times where I've made a Winda with El Shaddoll fusion and then used Lev Shaddoll fusion to tribute off the Winda to bring this out. And then I was able to still make a Winda on my opponent's turn, because usually you can search the Schism and make the Winda on your opponent's turn. Now the Invoked cards. All these are older Invoke cards. I feel like everyone knows what these do. This plus Alistair has won me a few games. It's so good. And then the one new card we're using. Basically, when you put this in the spell and trap, or not in the spell and trap zone, but in the extra monster zone, it's a Macros Cosmos, and all it requires is a dark or a water. And that's why I said you can use the 5 menace to fuse. So basically, this is the best card, one of the best floodgates in the deck, and this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to play the Shaddoll with the Invoked. It's done me so much work, it's not even kidding. Or it's done me so well, I'm not even kidding. Then the last 2 fusions, we're playing a Granola Dragon and an Elder Entity, so you can send it off of Lev, because sometimes going second, we want to pop cards. And then the side deck. So, like I said, I'm still testing this deck, so the side will always be changing. But we have 2 Droll, because obviously it's Droll. 3 Denko, because this deck has problems with back row, so going second, this is amazing. Because we're playing, or we need to go second, we are playing the other Shaddoll fusion. More cards just to go side going first. Same thing, more cards to side going first. This is a side going second card. Then board breakers. Overall thoughts on the deck. I heavily enjoy playing it. Maybe it's because I enjoy playing Shaddoll. The deck does have plays. Its only play is not to just sit on Winda. It can do some cool fusion plays when you can get the deck going. But you have to realize that the format is changing and the format is faster, so there is a high chance that Shaddoll will get outpaced. But thank you guys for checking out this deck. I do plan on posting more deck profiles. 2 other decks I'm working on that after the sneak preview, I already picked up everything. I already got my June Pride for Elf Note, so I don't need to show that. But I'm working on a Sacred Beast deck right now. I've seen there's a Fiendsmith version flying around. I feel like everybody knows about Fiendsmith. I don't want to play that. It was actually that was one of the sets I was actually most excited for. And then the next deck I'm working on that I'll have a profile later this week is Phantom Knights. I got the whole Phantom Knight deck done, except I don't know what these backward cards are. So I have to remake this whole deck because I don't know what those backward cards are. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what the next couple projects I was working on. When I'm not doing deck profiles, I'll probably just be uploading local point of views with Elf Note, because I do want to take these to locals, but I know they need a lot more testing, and I usually play cards with my friends on Fridays when I'm not working, so I may try to get some gameplay videos then. But I've been talking enough. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys around.